Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
Ste.Marie Airport Development Corporation, owner and operator of the Ste.Marie, Ontario, Canada Airport, is proud to support the Sault Curlers Fall Classic and welcome all to beautiful Sault Ste. Marie. The Sault Ste. Marie Airport. Go there to get anywhere.
An iron horse leads you north.
Across Canada and across the world as we bring to you the inaugural Sault Curlers Association Fall Classic, presented by KIOTI Tractor Canada, live from YNCU Curling Center in beautiful Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada. We have a fantastic field of 21 teams, including teams from Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario, Northern Ontario, Newfoundland, Labrador, USA, Korea, Japan, Sweden, and Italy, playing for a purse of $90,000 and world ranking points as part of the World Curling Tour. We welcome viewers from around the world to our streaming broadcast, and we hope you enjoy every single game that we are providing on YouTube via Curling Stadium. It promises to be an exciting event with some of the best teams in the world, and today is quite exciting for our local folks, but I think for everyone out there online. Our feature sheet is Sheet A, and today is an A-side final that includes Team Dunstone from Manitoba and Team Carruthers from Manitoba, and this is draw number 7. My name is Al Herndon, and I'm joined by Juha Cantavera, and we will be the announcing team for this draw. A reminder, there is a chat space available for all those tuning in, so please feel free to access that space and interact with others that are watching the games today. Other games are available, and feel free to surf the different sheets of ice to find your favorite team or matchup. Sit back and enjoy as we prepare to get this game started, which it already has. I'll turn it over to you, Cantavera, and let us know where we're at in this first inning.
So we're at second stones here. There was a center guard put up by Team Dunstone, and Team Brothers went around it, and they've got some clearing shots here. Now we're seeing another guard put up by Team Dunstone.
Team Carruthers won the draw to the button. They put it right on the lid. That's where we're at. Promises to be a fantastic game. We got a great crowd here today. It's a packed house.
I think we're going to see some really good curling here. Some really good shot making. These two teams know each other quite well. I think the call here is just a straight. Oh, changed his mind. It was going to be a run back. He was paying the hit and roll. Like to roll all the way over the edge of the 12-foot if you can.
So Derek Samogolski is the second. His last shot of the end. A hit and roll.
Trying to get it to curl. Trying to get it to curl here.
Not going to happen. Maybe a tick, though. And that is what you call Plan Z.
Definitely wasn't what they called. And Team Dunstone is looking at just, I think, a straight double here. No, his hit should get him a double. PJ Neufeld throwing the rock. No sweeping. Looks like he's right on. And there's the double. That's a very, well, it's a makeable double at the top of the rings. It's fairly flat, but I'm sure Brad can throw it hard enough to make this shot.
Yeah, I'm not even sure he has to at this point. They have 4 to go, and a little bit of a cautious start. Not surprising. I think the little tick on the first come around by Ryan Harden kind of dictated the rest of the end. And but a hit and roll over is probably the call. He's not throwing a bomb, so that's what he's doing. Trying to group the rocks. Derek has his finger in the eye, saying, up in the air, saying it's a little bit heavy.
Beep.
But it looks like the right angle.
Yep. Nice roll right beside the yellow rock.
Pleased to be doing this game this afternoon with Yuha. We're both part of the organizing committee, and Yuha, we probably talk a little bit about our committee a bit.
Yeah.
What a great group of people that we had to put this together.
Yep, we've this is the first time we've done this here, and a lot of unknowns when we started, but I think we pulled this together quite well. Great group of people to work with. Just fantastic organization, and a lot of hard work.
So this is what we're seeing on this sheet a bit. That outturn side is running a little straighter, and again, yeah, protecting a bit to make sure that they didn't touch their own there. So this looks like a very quick, probably blank end.
It's heading in that direction. Use it to curl a little bit, so it'll be in the rings. Just biting. This is just a quick hit and roll here. I would wonder if he knows hits it if the brothers would decide to go around it, because it would not be in the rings. Pretty tight though.
So an in-turn hit, hoping for a little inside roll to touch the rings. For Matt, Colton's on this, probably a bigger roll into the middle of the house, and looks like a blank end is probably imminent here.
It was a nice control weight. I like that.
Yeah, I'm finding that the teams are having the most success are throwing that down weight. They're understanding that it's going to run for a while and then make that movement late.
It's allowing them to keep their rocks in play.
Turn hit for Reid. Again, Derek's got his, that is curling a bit. Run out.
Open in. So this is just really a shot from Matt to just see what the ice is like. Going out to, I think he's throwing a hard to tell from the way he's holding his handle, but looks like he's throwing an in turn. No, an out turn. So trying to get a read on the ice here. Always good to do that when you have an open draw, just to understand how much curl you've got in the ice. It's about 3.5 feet of curl going to the wing. I would expect that to get, as the game progresses, that should increase a little bit.
We'll do our best to keep you updated on other games going on. We got 4 games going on right now, 2 A-side finals. Over on sheet F is Joel Rotornaz and Glenn Howard. That should be a dandy as well. We got, of course, the game we're watching. Dylan Johnson from Thunder Bay, Northern Ontario, are playing Team Abe from Japan. And then we have Trent Gaines from St. John's, Newfoundland against Karsten Sturvey. So we'll keep you updated on those scores. Intern Peel looks good to me.
Yeah.
Like it.
Like it. And that's the end of the first end. Nothing. See you in a bit.
In my experience, if you work the land, you got to be a jack of all trades. You got to have a little bit of optimism, a little bit of idealism, and a whole lot of get-go.
And we're back. So Ryan Harnan threw up a center guard, touching the center line, and that's we're playing the no tick rule in this long spiel. So that lock cannot be moved. And Reid Carruthers came right around that one.
Yeah, so just while we were gone, me and you, Hal, were chatting a bit about creating great ice conditions this week, and just kudos to Josh Vandenberg, our head ice maker here at Sioux Curlers. Done a tremendous job. Brought in Tom Leonard from Ste.Marie, who is well known across the country for his expertise. The two of them are in a great tandem, bouncing ideas off each other, and these players are loving these arena ice conditions.
Nice rock from Ryan. Puts it into the top 12.
There's always that conversation about, do you really have to play in an arena to have arena ice conditions, and what do you think about that?
I don't think so. I think we've proven that but you don't need arenas to. This ice is as good as any arena ice I've ever seen,
I
and
agree.
better than some. And I'm sure you've curled on good arena ice, Al, and iffy arena ice at times in your career.
So proud of our guys for making this ice playable and presentable to the players. Comments from all the guys that are competing this week have been positive. Awesome. This one looks heavy. Likely to stay.
Yep, putting on the brakes.
Not bad.
So Carruthers lying 2, one at the top 8 foot, one on the back 12.
The other thing about playing in a curling club like this is we're getting the opportunity for our fans to have an experience that they would not have in an arena. And the proof is in the pudding, and I know our production crew are going to take shots of the crowd a few times as we go through this game today. It is so much fun to see people right beside the players interacting and getting up close, having a chance to experience this. They wouldn't have that in an arena.
So straight nose hit here from
Great
Team
shot.
Carruthers, Team Dunstone, I should say. Very nice shot.
Now we all know about Team Dunstone, what a great run they had last year at the Brier, losing that heartbreaking final to Team Gushu. Fantastic Brier final. So glad we have them here competing in this event. Of course, I can't say enough about what Ryan Harden has done to help make this event happen. It all kind of started back in October when Dunstone's team came here for a practice session and said, what a great facility. You guys should have a World Curling Tour event, and it started with that, and look at this. It's fantastic atmosphere, environment. Can't be better.
Now we have that rock on the outside 12 foot. It's nibbling the 8. You see a hit and roll attempt here from
BJ's on this. He's just keeping it straight. In turn hit. Trying to make a curl of it here now.
Yep, a little bit of a curly sweep. Not quite enough.
Not quite underneath. They were saying this sheet might be a little bit straighter than the rest. We'll keep an eye on that as the game goes on.
Popped that one a little bit when he let it go, but I think that's his normal delivery.
They're on and off this, so that's usually a great sign.
Very nice roll. Yep.
Just talking to some of the players too, they're loving that there's so many people getting that close to them and being able to watch the games.
Yeah, they like the atmosphere. It's a little different than being in an arena or some other curling club. So this is a fairly intimate setting.
This is year 1 of the Sioux Curlers Fall Classic. It only promises to get better. We have a great field this year. I'm going to guess that it's probably only going to get better. I love the fact that we have 7 teams from Northern Ontario competing this week, preparing them for playdowns, getting them ready for their competitive season. And again, with arena ice conditions, which always is great to have going forward.
I would agree. And Matt's asked BJ to draw to the face of that green one. Looks pretty good. Very nice.
Well, that's the turn come around to lay second shot. Fully buried, I believe.
Yep.
Carruthers still lays one.
So we've seen a couple of indications. Throwing a guard, throwing a come around again with the intern.
Definitely options here.
Play a run back on the 2 front yellows. Open it up. Or draw right into the fluff. That was his first indication. Now they're going to have a little conversation.
Wow. So I believe they're peeling with that kind of ice. Just doing the straight peel. Early in the game, it puts it back on Team Dunstone to make a decision, so they're just playing the straight peel here.
And we're going to see a run back here, I think, from Team Dunstone. Pretty automatic call. Going to leave some open rocks to hit, I think.
In turn, drill back. Only shot rock, but probably grouped. So again, that's a great shot.
That's a great shot.
I think they decided that they're going to probably play the same shot, drill that back, and see if they can move those yellows, as many yellows out of play as possible, keeping the blank in play.
So I think you're right, Al. They're going to try the drill back here.
So I think the thinking here is let's get rid of those two, the front, one out front and the one in the top 8 foot. Roll it across and out. Yes, they leave the one yellow, but then it does put it back on Dunstone. Do they have to come back to get that green one out, or do they split the rings? I like this call, actually.
Yep.
Brad's played great this week so far. Great shot. Exactly what they called.
You know, Matt's looking at probably a nose hit on the back one.
So that was the thinking, is at least if they do chase back there, the double isn't playing.
That's correct. I like the speed of the calls here. Not a lot of indecision.
Yes. Can't say that about all teams, but that's the way of the world. We've had some slower draws where some teams have taken some little extra time to trying to make some things straight in their head. But this has been this is what these guys do when they know that they usually play with clock, shot clocks, etc. There are times to slow it down. These two teams know what they're doing.
Yeah, for those watching online, these games are not timed, so there's no penalty for taking any additional time, other than getting the crowd a little bit anxious.
I think it's wonderful that the players get to police themselves, and so, but sometimes they may need a little reminder that you still got to keep the game going, right? So
I think
for the most part, they do a great job.
So I think Reid is just lining up the double here. Just a little, just a hair on the high side. Looks like he's showing the in-turn. Just a hair on the high side, that'll get him his double.
For those people out there that are thinking about the weekend, well, it is the weekend, but coming up tomorrow, quarterfinals is on Saturday night. There are limited tickets. I just want to make sure that people out there know that it's a packed house in here on a Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. So if you're thinking about doing that, you should get here early.
I think Reid was a little wide on that one.
Yeah, this looks like a force.
Definitely does. Depends on where this one ends up. I have confirmation. Reid was a little wide on that one. They want to be up fairly high on this draw. They want it to be steep to make the double really difficult. To prevent Reid from liking the end.
I don't see that in any scenario. I think they're being forced. But the only scenario I see is if they did get him across a stubble and they got lucky enough to roll out.
Yeah.
They're going to make the space between those two rocks as wide as possible. And I'm thinking if this is made, it'll be a draw for one. We have 3 other games going on. We'll keep you posted as the scores roll in here. Can tell you that Team Abe from Japan is up 3-1. Team Johnston from Thunder Bay playing the third end. And Team Skanes from Newfoundland is up 1-0, playing the second. And they're just finishing up that end. And then on the other side, we have Team Ratornaz playing an A-side final against Glenn Howard. And it's been 2 blanks in a row, so they're playing the third end.
Looks like they're just going to play a draw here. Draw for 1. Nice easy outturn draw.
Great force by the Dunstone team here. I don't know about you, I just got a feeling this might be a last rock game.
I think so. We're seeing a lot of back and forth in this game. Basically just his draw to the button shot, weight-wise.
He's dusting it, so they must light the weight out of his hand. Just want to watch the movement on this, just see for upcoming games if this ice is a little bit straighter. It does too look like it's not really hooking as much as maybe a few other sheets. And the right weight,
Absolutely. There you go. So 1-0 Team Carruthers over Team Dunstone. And we'll be back.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling
At Coyote, we know that when the weekend rolls around, you have two choices. Kick up your feet or kick up some dirt. If only all decisions could be so easy. Coyote, we dig dirt.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
An iron horse leads you north. A wooded canyon draws you in. Where am I?
We're back. So Team Carruthers put up the center guard, touching the center line. And Team Dunstone threw up the corner guard.
So, pretty typical beginning to a big game. I mean, the winner of this is off to the championship round, and will be don't have to worry about playing until Saturday night, and the loser will drop into the B side. But pretty typical sort of start with two great teams like this.
And the call is to go around the center guard. Reid did motion if they wanted to play another center guard, but everyone at this end of the rink kind of shook their heads no to that one.
So Connor's doing a out-turn draw around the corner. Lots of room here. Late, his late finish for sure.
There it goes. Lots of late break. Beautiful shot. Fully buried. And Matt's ignoring that and asking Ryan to put it around the corner.
So we'll watch this. That looked like max ice there. We'll see. He's got probably there it goes there. He's probably got 10 inches around that guard, but it is moving now. I think it's slightly exposed.
It's got maybe
Half a rock.
half a rock, a thin half.
Yeah, that's about right. Definitely gonna chase.
He's asked Derek here for just a quiet hit, kind of halfish weight.
Yep.
Something through the rings, just bounce it out. It will end up in the open though. I think.
Just keeping it clean. Looks good. There it goes.
No panic.
You have conditions like this. Players like this are just gonna put on a show. And that's what's happening so far.
That was an excellent shot. Almost got the roll in behind cover. And Matt's asking for the drill back here. Trying to get rid of a couple of rocks in the rings, possibly. Still left a partial center guard. And Carruthers still has one in the forefoot. And he's asking for another center guard. Going to throw an intern here. Just inside the 8 foot. That's about 4 feet of curl.
So I think trying to get this half tucked around.
I don't think so. I think he asked for a straight guard.
Okay, so coming short.
Yep.
And it's probably drill back.
Yep, it's definitely a straight guard. Right on the KIOTI symbol. Very nice. And Matt's got a decision to make here. Does he go around or does he play the drill back? Could play a double as well. I wonder if he could get this thin enough that he could get his shooter to follow it into the rings.
I don't think they called that. Probably not quite enough room for that. I think what they're going for is off the yellow, into the green. Getting rid of both of them off that center line area.
He's throwing lots of weight at it.
Colton can, and he's very accurate. You know what? You might be right.
There you go.
You're right.
There you go. That was the call. It's a heck of a shot. Squeeze that one into the rings.
So playing around center is now gone at this end. This will be around the corner or probably another opportunity for a blank. We'll see. Great shot.
It's a straight hit. He wants to hit and stay right there. Derek's indicating that it's a little more weight than what they called for. Nice hit.
For those at home, just looking down this sheet, down at that far end, it is 5 people deep enjoying the curling down there, which is awesome. You got a chance to come out this evening, please make sure you do.
You can see that on the screen.
There you go. Thank you very much for doing that.
This is a straight hit as well. I think they're trying to hold it. They would like to roll a bit toward the other green one.
A little thin.
Yeah, just underneath. I wonder if he's going to split the rings or go around the corner. If he goes around the corner, that's definitely we're into the force territory then.
The thinking there, I think, is if you go to the other side and you come up a little bit light, then you do leave the double, and that leaves the opening for blank. This probably does. He's looking at it. There are options here for sure.
Well, they like to.
If you don't make it perfect around that corner, it does bring in the other team to get a deuce as well. So nothing wrong about this. Again, it's about where you put the rock.
what you leave.
Yeah. So Brad's throwing an in-turn draw. Looks like he's trying to get top 8 foot.
He's showing, yep, full 8. Yep, full 8. Weight looks pretty good. Just cleaning it on the way down. Don't want to be too deep. Excellent shot. Pulling the 8 foot. I think Matt's asking BJ for another hit and roll here.
So out turn. I'm gonna guess like boardish weight.
Yep.
Make the bigger roll across the rings and hopefully keep that blank in play. Ryan's just dusting it a bit. Looking for some curl now with Colton. Not gonna be there.
It was kind of boardish weight, maybe a little bit up from board.
More than board, yeah.
The Scots would call that barrier weight.
Sure.
Definitely, they're definitely going to hit this, and they want to keep it as steep as possible.
Yeah, like nose hit or even a little bit to the high side, right?
Yep. Keep it as stiff, keep it as steep as possible.
Yeah, nose is probably great.
That's to stop the possibility of being able to make a double. Make it, or if they did decide to make a double, it would be very, very difficult.
Steep for sure. In turn again with control weight.
Pop that one out too a little bit.
That lane 2, not sure that's exactly where they want it to go.
I don't think so either.
Very, like there's no room for error here. You roll it out of the 8 foot, they're gonna split the house again, but.
I don't think you can. If you roll behind cover, you won't be shot, I don't think.
Yeah, I agree. Right there, where he's putting his broom, that's the best case scenario. Even then, it's probably accessible.
Yeah, it's a nice, just easy hack weight. Should be able to move it out of the rings.
And they are not really doing much with this right now.
Asking Ryan to give it to Curl.
Maybe did nothing. That was not the plan.
I don't think so. Definitely the force is in action here now. The question is, what kind of force do you want to make them do?
So they got one T-line, 4 foot, the other one back 12.
Just a little biter on the back 12. Brad's indicating one in the top 12. So if he makes this,
it'll be a draw to the 4 foot for one. So quick update on this side anyway. We have Team Abe from Japan up 3-2 right now against Team Johnston from Thunder Bay.
They're playing the fourth end.
And then over on Sheet, F, Tornes, and Howard. And it's 1-0 for Howard playing the fourth. So good to see Glenn here and playing well and still playing at a high level. Awesome.
Trying to get this one to curl a little bit for Reid.
Right,
and that's
when
what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yep, top 12. That forces a draw from that. Needs full forfeit to score one here. Throwing the in-turn draw. It's got a lot of ice here, so we've got almost 4 feet of ice here, a little bit more. Should be no issues with anything in the rings. Sweepers jumped on it right away as soon as he threw it.
So line is not an issue here. Where's the weight?
Just there.
They're gotta go on this.
It's full four.
They're working on it.
Just a little short.
That's a steal of one. So after the third end, it is 2-0 for T. Carruthers. We'll be right back.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
You know, what job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
And we're back. So the end started off, Team Carruthers threw their first rock at the top 4 foot, Team Dunstone threw the corner guard, and now the Team Carruthers threw the center guard, touching the center. Now Ryan's looks like they're playing a little come around their own corner guard. Weight looks good. Might be a little heavy. No, looks pretty good. It's a nice shot by Ryan. Actually peeked out the other side a little bit. So a fair amount of curl there. Reid's asking Derek to throw another center guard. So here's the center guard going up. Another one. Hanging out a little bit. Weight looks pretty good. That's a beauty. So Nat's asking Colton to straight draw into to freeze to that red one, the green one at the top of the 4 foot. We used to have red rocks.
Yes. I think somebody said, I think on the chat the green and the yellow actually goes quite well with this club.
It does. It's a lot easier to differentiate. We used to have red and blue rocks, and it was really tough to figure out, especially when at the far end when you're a spectator watching the rocks. Now they're sweeping this one.
It's a little sticky on that side.
Yeah, I definitely think
where the crowd side is. I think that's some point Matt was maybe a little bit shy on that last one.
I think so
a little
too.
Stickier on that side. Keep an eye on that.
I think.
And maybe a little straighter too, eh?
Yeah, it's a hit. Straight out turn hit by Derek.
Oof.
The corner, the rock that had been Ryan put around the corner is now accessible. That's asking for, looks like back 4 foot weight here.
So he's got something going, for sure. Early in the end. It should be an exciting end to watch. Keep an eye and see who's adjusting on this side, because it does look a little straighter and a little stickier, likely because of humidity in the air and all these fans.
Definitely looks like there's a little bit of frost on the ice. It's been very humid here in the city. It's been raining pretty well constantly for 4 days now. So. Got the tap that he was asking for. Didn't get the curl. Might be just a little straighter than I think it is.
Weather is changing. Apparently, there's a big front going through tonight, which is going to make it much cooler here. I'm going to guess that's going to help create even better ice conditions. I'm going to guess it'll probably be a little quicker, more manageable. Lots of humidity in the air for sure. But so far, so good.
Yep, the ice makers will be happier.
Yes.
So Reid's asking for just for Brad to make a little hit and roll here, I think. Trying to get under cover.
Yes.
Nice quiet weight. Something the sweepers can do something with.
You can't be on the outside here. It just seems to be running and running and running. But it's good. It's good here.
Weight was excellent.
Yeah.
Very nice weight. Even with that weight, it didn't curl very much.
No, it did late. As it got closer to the center line, it did start to curl. But in that 8-foot line there, it definitely is straighter.
Yeah.
They've picked up on it.
Brad's got a little straighter delivery too. He puts it back a little bit when he's throwing it, so it holds
for a while.
Yep. Matt's asking BJ to throw into the again. Let's see what happens with this one. Doesn't look like it's coming that much.
It will come down. Once it gets to that spot, away it goes. Gotta go for weight. Gotta go for weight. Perfect. Great job.
Well, they have shot rocks around it now. It's a pretty good situation for Matt.
So, for those of you at home, you can probably see, looking at the screen, you can see about half a rock. Definitely got a chance to use those rocks.
And Reid's talking to Brad right now, and I think he might. First indication was to, I think, a drill back on that green one, see if they can get the into the pocket between the two yellow ones. Pretty precise shot. But,
they haven't played that side of the sheet for a bit, so but it is there. What else have they got? Maybe off that outside yellow?
I think it might be a little too deep. I think the outside yellow one's a little too deep. Yeah, the hit and roll in behind would work as well.
They could even drill back that top one into the pile.
Yep.
And I think that's what Brad's looking at now. I think that's
so.
Their best play. Because there could be some good things happening. Again, they're all calls. It's all about making. You make what you call it usually is pretty good. But they've settled on this in turn, getting by that front one, and making those the greens go back onto the yellow and see what happens.
I think if he can hit what he can see, he can actually be even a little bit. He can hit probably at about a third of the rock. The green in behind the object rock is going to go right into the pile.
Very control weight. Angles are pretty darn good.
Matt was showing at least a couple different shots there. He's looking at the wide one originally. Now he's looking at that one.
These curling fans are loving this. While we were looking at this, just this afternoon I had a chance to thank some of our corporate partners that are making this possible. I mean, our organizing committee, and I'm going to get to that as well. We talked a little bit about that earlier, but having KIOTI tractor on board, who is a great friend of curling across Canada, coming on as a presenting sponsor with Delta, Waterfront Delta here in the Sault. It's always been a great friend of curling. And Tourism Sault Ste. Marie, who have been supporters of our sport for a long time and continue to be. Talked a little bit about, I guess we had a great social the other night with the teams.
We did.
And some of the sponsors were there, some of the committee members were there. It was fantastic. At Giovanni's, for Telus on the steel, as we gassing happens to be married to Brian and also sponsors that team in Mountain Homes. Those are the ones we got to earlier today. But I'm gonna certainly mention the rest as this game goes on. This event did not happen without those kinds of people.
So Matt's asking BJ to hit the rock that he can see in the rings. Looks like he's by the center guard.
There's a lot of yellow hanging around.
Many.
Team Dunstone. Got a chance to see our fan zone experience with the Northern Superior. You can see all the beautiful carpeting out there that was courtesy of Cintas. Love them coming on board. BDO, the Sault Ste. Marie Airport, awesome platinum sponsor. Canadian Banknote, wirelesscom.ca. That you work with them when they put these great HD cameras that people are enjoying at home from streaming.
We did. They did a great job. No, they did a great job. No issues.
Sue today, really helped us in gray areas of expertise that we didn't have in terms of marketing. Were very helpful. Algoma University, they have teams involved here, but they've also always supported our curling facility. And what a great sports program they have there. Guys Automotive, Henderson Metal, Kerry Freya always comes to our curling club and enjoys being here. Royal LePage, the team Lavoda, that's part of Ryan's team as well. IDA Pharmacy, Jet Ice, those logos that are in the ice right now for all our sponsors, they are responsible for doing a great job of doing that. World Financial Group, that's Brad Jacobs. He was part of the hosting committee for that social the other night. So just great, wonderful corporate partnerships that we have for the next 3 years, and we hope beyond.
So Reid and Brad had a discussion here, and they've decided on hitting and staying on the back 4 foot here, taking the yellow one out.
I like this shot. How about you?
I do. They could even roll a little bit to the left, possibly, but if they can, well, I think they're going to have to, because it's pretty well edge on edge. The 2 yellows that are in the way here.
Through this grade.
Sweeping for line here.
And it's straight. They got to go on this. Gotta go.
Very nice. They got inside that. Wow.
He threw that great, but it did curl. Definitely that side of the sheet is curling more.
More.
Yeah.
I think so. A little more late break. Matt and BJ are having a little discussion here. It looks like decided to hit the yellow one into the green.
I don't think they have much of anything else here. This does keep a deuce alive for sure.
Could play a quiet tap back as well. That might be something we'd play on Thursday night.
Maybe, yeah, because we can't throw it that hard. But... No, I like this.
Yeah, he's got to negotiate that green guard that's out front, but just a little bit. But if he can get just a little bit across the face of the rock, he could bump this right back to that green one that's at the back of the forefoot. And
I don't know if he's throwing enough weight for that, but
it's nice control weight.
He could move it though. But...
I think he got that one out a little bit more than he thought it would.
No, he's good.
Yeah, well, he's good. So what do we have here?
There's definitely options here. I wonder if anybody in the chat space has ideas for us.
I think he's got a draw here. I think.
Yeah.
The yellow one's wide open now, though, because it rolled a little bit.
But yeah, you mean the one on the right-hand side there? Yeah.
No, the one in the 12 foot at the top of the ring. So he's got daylight. He's got daylight on that one. So I think he's just trying to make sure that wherever he puts this rock, that it doesn't induce a double. Could hit and roll off the outside 2 yellows. That would work as well. We are hiding behind one of Dunstone's rocks, though.
Just looking at those, the one on the yellow on the crowd side, and the one at the back, 8-foot green.
They're very close.
Yeah, because that does mean something. Might not after this shot.
I saw Brad take a quick look at it. And I couldn't tell if he was saying which one was shot. So I wasn't hazard, even from the overhead. I don't think I can hazard a guess. It might be yellow. It might be yellow that shot. That's on the tee line there. But he's showing the hit and roll, so I don't think that yellow one's going to matter.
Okay. They're sweeping on this, trying to keep this straight. He's into the pile, and so it's one green. I think a chance for 2 here, right?
I think so. So yellow's lying second.
So it's
Yellow's second.
And so it's a raise hit for 2.
If you can move it, yeah. Yep.
Don't think there's anything else for more than that.
I don't think so.
No. So raise hit for 2 to tie this game. Turn hit, board weight, not on it. A little in out, trying to make this curl now. And now straight, making a curl. Looks good. We got
For two.
a tie game.
Yep.
Awesome shot.
Nice shot.
2-2
And
after the fourth end.
we'll be back.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
Okay, we're back. It's the fifth end. What a great four ends. 2-2, two great teams going at it. Full house. Sioux Curlers Fall Classic. First year. Can't get any better. Great ice, great players, great atmosphere. First rock went up.
Yep. Yep. Centerline guard. This one's really hanging out there. Trying to get it to curl a bit.
That seemed like max ice there.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think you need it quite that much.
Matt's ignoring that, though. The opportunity would be there to take that out if they wanted, but they're going to mix it up again. Coming down and leaning on that.
Yeah, Ryan's been asked to just put it right on top of that green one. So this one's staying out there as well.
Comes there now.
Got to the rock. He leaned on it.
They're going to mix it up here this end for sure. A little tap and freeze. Again, just to let everybody know that on Sunday, we are moving all our bleachers from the east side, sheet 8, moving to sheet 4 for the semifinals. So the two sheets will be totally engulfed by fans, I'm sure, and can't wait for that to happen. Tickets are available at the door. I would encourage people to come early because we will have to cut it off at some point because we have sold our full allotment of full event passes. So, but there will be tickets at the door. 9 o'clock is the semifinal, and noon is the time we have right now for the final. So just putting that out there for people in Ste.Marie. Great freeze on there. You are?
Yep. Dead. Right in the middle. Perfect. Matt's asked Colton to play the little bump here.
Over curled a bit. Just update on the scores. Joel Rotornas from Italy got a 4-ender in the 4th end, is up 4-1 on Glenn Howard, playing 5. Team Abe from Japan, playing on sheet B, is playing against Team Johnston from Thunder Bay. It's 4-2. Abe playing the 5th end. And we just had a final. We have an early final on sheet C. Team Ste.Marie has beaten a team from the Rock, Team Skanes. And so they're off and running on in the B side. So we're down to 3 games going on tonight. A reminder, there is an 8 o'clock draw here tonight for those at home.
A lot of green in play right now. I think Matt's going to try to remove a few here. And he's got the man that can do it. Only got one out of there. But his yellow one's in front of the 2 greens. And one at an angle. So Dunstone's got some interesting angles there that he could use. Looks like Reid has asked Derek to just peel that center guard. Wants to get it a little bit more open. So we're going to see some play in the rings, I think, here.
Yeah, getting late in the end.
Looks like he's just asked to move that yellow one back into one of the greens. Nice quiet wait. Wants to make sure his yellow one sticks around.
That's moving. That is tight to the guard.
Oh.
And rolling to the side. Probably a little more than they wanted. Not so bad though.
Reid's looking at the double. Cross ice double. Interesting. He's playing the intern here. It's about a half a rock.
Turn, normal hit, keeping it straight. It has been moving in this spot. Looks good.
He's going to get the roll. I don't know if he's going to get the roll.
Yeah, the roll's great. Lane 2, definitely going to be a drill back here. So BJ Newfield playing third is his last shot here in the fifth end. Pretty much a chess match going on here, right now.
Yeah, it's definitely not checkers.
No. Moving the pieces around, and Team Carruthers with the hammer is probably feeling pretty good about this situation right now.
A little more weight on this one.
Out turn, trying to cross it a bit. Maybe roll them both into play. No.
Nope. It's going to roll out.
Does not.
Does not. So 2 yellow rocks in the 12-foot.
So there is no scenario here I see that this is going to be a blank end.
I don't think so.
So it's
too difficult.
This is Carruthers' opportunity to go for 2. And I'm going to suggest Dunstone's best scenario is to force at this point, the way the rocks are placed.
Looking just, I think, for just a nose hit here. Just stay out there. Stay out in the 12-foot. Derek sweeping this one hard. Nose hit. Stayed right there.
Exactly what they wanted.
Got a few options here. He can play the drill back with his own yellow one. Hit and roll off that green one in the 12-foot. Try to get to the 4-foot. He shot. I think that's what he's called. So be throwing an out turn. Wants to hit about 3/4 of a rock here to get the roll.
So I guess the perfect shot here, looking on the screen, is hit and roll, and probably get it right on the button.
You'd like to get just a little past that green one if you could.
Right, so that way it takes away any kind of raise hit.
Correct.
This is the get out of dodge shot right here.
I think so. Sweeping it to keep it straight.
They are. This looks good. Over.
It's going to roll. It's going to roll a little bit too far.
Wow, that was
pretty close.
Close to being perfect.
Reid can see about half that rock, thick half. It's going to be a quiet weight hit as well. And we're thinking that the side might be just a little bit straighter.
Yes, maybe not so much here in this spot, Juha. I think it has a tendency to move here. Anywhere outside on the 8-foot, it seems to be a little straighter. I think it will move here.
I think this will be quiet weight because he definitely wants to save his shooter.
I'm gonna guess about hack. A little bit on the outside of that line, but they are keeping it straight, so
Here it goes.
It will
Here
go.
it goes.
It will go here. That is going.
Going. Gone.
Well, At least he hung them around in the house. That was just not enough weight.
No, he was just, I think he was just back 8, might have been back 12. He needed another 6 feet of weight on that one. Just a little light. Now again, I wonder if it's a little slower on that side.
I don't think we wonder anymore. It's definitely.
I'll have to run downstairs and get my watch. In time a couple of them.
Okay, see ya. So he did. He made a great shot in his first one to put himself in a position to make Reid make that shot, and so he makes this, brings a steal in play and a force. Somebody's scoring this, Ed.
Definitely. Be interesting to see what kind of weight he throws on this one. He doesn't have a lot of ice. That's firm. Normal hit weight here. It's got a little. Well, it's got the roll.
Pretty good.
That's a very nice shot.
More than pretty good. Exactly what they were looking for. Well, the dilemma is this side of the sheet looks a little bit iffy. So trying to come down and tap that back is going to be a challenge, but I'm not sure there's anything else. That looks like max ice, but we'll see.
4 feet. Just a little under 4 feet of curl there. I definitely agree with you that's Al. That's. I don't think you'd want to go any more than that.
You throw this up a little bit, it's liable to not make that movement, right? But tough shot for sure. It's there.
He's taking a little less ice.
Okay, that looks a little better. Big shot here. This is a big shot in this game. It almost comes down to the point where this could be either a 1 point lead for Carruthers or a steal of 2, maybe, depending on how much weight he throws here. Keeping it straight. This is the place where he came a little short last time, right? So
that's right. And he did again.
Or did they hit that?
I don't know. Couldn't tell from where we're sitting.
Okay.
Steal of 2.
Wonder if we can get a replay on that to see exactly what happened there. But they gave up on that pretty early.
No replays. And we'll do that.
In my experience, if you work the land, you got to be a jack of all trades. You got to have a little bit of optimism, a little bit of idealism, and a whole lot of get-go.
And we're back. Team Dunstone threw the first one in the top 8 foot, and Team Carruthers put a corner guard up. So now Matt's asked Ryan to throw a center guard. I imagine he wants it fairly tight. So if he needs to, he can use it for a run back. Ryan puts it out in the top 12. And Reid's asked for another corner. So this should be interesting. Should be an interesting end. He's trying to generate some offense here.
So that side of the sheet is a little compromised for sure. He was well short on that last one, so.
Yep. You took an instant replay of that.
Only 2 games left playing tonight. This game we're watching here, and then the other A final between Howard and Retornaz. It's 5-1 Retornaz playing the 6th.
Matt's asked Colton to throw the center guard. Getting it to move. That's a pretty nice guard. I see a drill back in these rocks future.
That's a great
nice shot.
Yeah. Some teams would have opted to try to get around and let's go, but you know what? 3 ends left, no tick rule, lots of rocks in play. Get a deuce back here, tie the game up, and it's anybody's game with 2 ends to go.
Yep. Yep. And there are 2 corners up now. Matt's going to try to keep the pressure on. He's going to ignore the 2 corners. It is a center guard, but not his color, but still coming in. I guess he's going with the philosophy, make your opponent make something. If he makes this one, he's going to be top 12.
Wow.
Hopefully welded on top of it.
Sometimes the best defensive efforts are offense, and that's where he's at right now. Like this call.
2.
So in turn draw around the front center guard, leaning on his own. Looks perfect. So that last end kind of proved that a game like this can turn around pretty quickly. Could do it again right here in this end too. Reid's asking Derek to come down with an out turn, in turn, drill back. Trying to get some rocks moving here in the house. Might be over curling a bit. Oh, that's a pretty darn good shot right there. He's got angles there. Popped the yellow in the open. Great shot. That's how these great teams keep themselves in games. So Matt is asking BJ on his first shot to come down through the hole and split his zone and make some room between the two yellows in the house. You can tell that he can't take the green out in the house because the angle's not there. He'd be popping it back on his own. So right call here.
Trying to keep it straight here. Got a little bit of late break.
A lot of break.
It's going to be on the green one. I don't know if probably is a double there. I have to get pretty close to that green guard, or the green corner guard.
Not sure they care about getting a double here. I think it's more about rock placement right here. The one thing that shot did do was move that green open, so
it's available.
It's available, yeah. Asking for an in turn from Brad. Probably getting rid of this one and sitting in front of that yellow. Is that what that looks like to you?
I think so. Didn't ask for a lot of weight here. Matt's first indication to BJ was to make the hit and roll or the double. Doesn't have a lot of ice. Well, unless he's throwing the intern at it. No, he's throwing the intern, it looks like.
Oh, I think he's throwing a peel weight double here. And they not touching this. No, they're trying to keep it straight. This looks pretty darn good.
Beautiful shot. Reid's asked Brad to just get to the inside nose of this yellow one and roll. Roll behind cover. Keeping it straight. Has to get just past nose.
Wow, great shot.
Great
I've been
shot.
watching Brad. This is the third game, and I'm not sure he's missed a shot yet. He is playing great this weekend, trying to show off in front of all his friends and family and hometown folks here. So good for him. Great supporter of this bill. He's been doing what he can to help us out. He's been busy with his own personal affairs, building a new home and everything, but he's been supportive of this bill, and we appreciate that. Like I said, the social the other night, Ryan and Brad put that on, and I know the sponsors and the players loved it. So an intern hit. I don't think he can get rid of both with that kind of weight. sorry. That's hanging out. You are.
It is. Well, you got enough of it,
Okay.
and it stays.
I don't know. Don't think it matters.
I don't think it's in the rings. Nope, it's not. It's just outside the rings.
So
There's a good opportunity for a skip's deuce here.
you got 3 guards. Which one are you going around?
I like going around this right-hand guard.
Why is that?
It's if you get in behind it, even if you're poking out a little bit, if he tries to take you out, you probably get the jam on the yellow one. I like going around this one.
Yeah, the center line is not an option because you could probably get it from both ways. But going around one of these corners for sure is the best call. I like this one. It's
Yep.
If you can get around it, even poking out a little bit, like you say on that out intern side is just fine. Definitely an opportunity to get back with a deuce here, a skip's deuce.
For sure. Looks like a lot of weight. Derek showing that he's got a lot of weight here. Looks like a ton.
So I saw this sheet earlier, and it does run here for a bit. I think it's going to stay in the rings.
Just.
That is a quicker spot there. Just by watching it earlier today when we were watching this sheet, it seemed to run and was a little quicker spot.
I don't think this will float out here. I think it'll have a good. It'll curl quite nicely into that rock. It's wide open, pretty well wide open. I don't think that green guard is really in the way there. Give it a good pop when he let it go. Very nice.
Definitely can get at that with an out turn to if you want to blank this end, and that I think is probably the plan here. So he's got a couple of inches of ice to get rid of that rock and go to 7.
2 down.
Regroup.
Making sure he's lined up well. Looks pretty good. And he makes the yellow one disappear and he rolls out himself. So after 6 ends, it's 4-2 for Team Carruthers. Sorry, Team Dunstone over Team Carruthers. We'll be back.
Thanks, Joe.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
At Coyote, we know that when the weekend rolls around, you have two choices. Kick up your feet or kick up some dirt. If only all decisions could be so easy. Coyote, we dig dirt.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
An iron horse leads you north. A wooded canyon draws you in. Where am I?
And we're back. There's a center guard from Team Dunstone, and Reid threw up a corner guard. Now they're gonna chase that rock that Ryan just put into the 4-foot, and see what happens. Game's on. This rock needs to curl. Looks like it might be just no, they're working it. Trying to get it to the corner. Put that one in the 4-foot. It's a beauty. Just taps it a bit. And it's basically the same call from Matt, asking Colton to stick this one on top of that green one. This looks pretty good. Sweeper's just watching it. Very nice. We're getting a stack there. Now we're seeing the obligatory run back. This is a standard opening, just like in a chess match. We still have a center guard. Team Dunstone is looks like they're shot. Team Carruthers is second, but wide open. Oh no, Team Carruthers is shot. Saw the overhead. And Matt's asking Colton to hit this and probably roll a little bit over toward the center line. Nice easy weight. Just a little bit of a roll. And that's pretty good. I think Reid's going to ask Derek to get a little bit underneath this one if you can. I think he can make it.
There's a double there, I think.
Yeah, and possibly to get behind cover as well. Just needs to get a little bit to the low side.
Keeping it straight. Got to curl that a bit. Definitely got to curl
Just
that.
a hair.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a nice double.
Turn hit for BJ Neufeld on his first shot in the 7th end. Up 2. Great situation here for them. Delay 2. Excellent curling game up to this point. Lots of great shots made.
So Spino's hit. Rolled a little bit to the right.
Yeah, they need an inside roll here.
You'd like the roll to be shot.
Yeah. Definitely situations have changed now. You know, you could certainly, a blank is not a bad scenario here. You get a great chance to come home with down 2 to get to with the no tick rule. And,
Correct.
And maybe even 3. And on the other side of it, even if you get 2, you get 2 freebies on the center line in an extra end. So, you know what? The game has changed in terms of strategy that way.
I think that one picked.
Went back the other way.
So I saw Brad put up his hand. Something happened to it.
Out-turn hit for BJ Neufeld on his last run in N7. That is out there.
Trying to get it to curl.
Well out there.
I don't think it's going to stick around.
Might even take his own out. That was not the plan.
Yellow's still there, but it's only half on the 12-foot at the back right. It's a straight draw now for Brad. Going around that partial center guard. I think this is max ice here too. Yeah, that's what they're looking at. You're looking at this one pretty hard. I think the draw is the call. Do you see anything else there, Al? I don't know what else you would play.
Well, I think what they're saying is, do we want to get 2 coming home and not have hammer, or do we want to have the hammer coming home and give us the chance to get 3? I don't think hitting that back yellow is the option.
Yeah, if you did, I'm pretty sure that Matt would just go around.
Drawing down to it might be, but I think this is the right call here.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, what it does is you're getting 2, right?
That's right.
But I think that's not a bad scenario for both teams, actually. One team's going to have the hammer coming home. The other team has 2 freebies on the center line. So it's anybody's game.
For sure. I think that was max ice, too. But we got down there for this draw.
Lots of rotation on this. It will go late. It will go late.
Neither sweeper is touching it. This looks like a lot of weight. Slow down. No.
Through the hole.
Yeah. So back 8 foot.
That wasn't the best.
I think that side of the sheet is a little quicker than the other side. I think they're getting fooled a little bit by that. Did I say slower? I meant faster. Did I say faster? It's been a long day. Just going to play it through the hole. Interesting that he wouldn't follow it down.
Yeah, it's wide open. Through a port that's certainly accessible, so this is the right call. Team Howard got 2 in the 6, so it's 5-3 now in the other A final, playing 7.
We're sweeping it to keep it straight. Looks really good. And it's gone. I think they're going to try again to go around that center guard. I think they've got the line figured out here. They just got to throw the right weight.
Yeah, they
like to get to about top 4 on this one.
Yes, I agree. Just a reminder for those of you that are thinking about coming out to the curling club tonight, the draw has been bumped till 8 o'clock. And so come on out and watch some great curling if you get a chance.
They're sweeping it hard, keeping it straight.
A little more room around that guard, which is exactly what they needed.
To get it to dive now.
Less weight, so it's still popped out a bit, eh?
Yeah, just a hair.
But they're gonna lean on that, I think, to go for the force. They're looking at it again. There is a little bit of room there.
Hit a little bit higher would have been more difficult.
It is in front of the tee line.
Correct. So we'd have to.
So even if he does lean on this and gets second shot, it does make Reid's last shot tough for 2. He'd have to touch a little bit of the button to get his deuce. So
Out-turn freeze. Looks like he had about the same ice that Reid did. Sweepers are watching it very carefully.
there's that late movement. Yeah. So it's a draw for the piece of the button to tie this game up.
Needs full 4. Full 4. The yellow one isn't quite in full forfeit, so.
Yeah, I see that now.
So he's taking. Yeah, he's taking about 8 or 9, 10 inches more ice on this draw. So just trying to get it into the full forefoot. Doesn't want to deal with that yellow one.
Makes this gonna make for a fantastic finish.
That's for sure. We're going to see a lot of rocks in play, I think.
You got a spinner going on here.
A lot of rotation on it. It's holding the line.
Looks good.
Sweepers are watching it. Got to make sure it gets there.
Awesome shot.
Right on the batoon. So it's a tie game after 7, 4-4. And we'll be back.
We lost part of our forest to fire several years ago. We decided to stay and help it recover. People who have heavy machinery have the opportunity to reach out and help their neighbors for the common good.
When your people are ready, your business is ready. Cintas makes sure they have what they need to perform their best, whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, fire protection systems that are tested and inspected, first aid and safety supplies, floor mats, or cleaning tools and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better workdays happen together, so visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
And we're back. So Team Carruthers just threw up a center guard, and it's touching the center line, so it cannot be moved.
Well, exactly the kind of game we thought was going to happen. You got two of the best teams in the world going at it. with great conditions, a great crowd, a great atmosphere. Can't ask for more.
Reid looks like he's asked for another center guard just in front of the rings, touching the center line. I don't think he wants this in yet.
Just to let everybody know, the other A final is still going. It's 5-3 with Tornaz playing 7. And looks like Team Howard might have a little bit thing going over there, so game not over there yet.
Sweepers are watching this one. They don't want it in the rings. They'd like it to touch the center line, but not be in the rings.
Good shot.
Good shot. So Matt's asking Ryan to play the out turn draw, come around those center guards and come up to his own. So be line 2. Barry. So the weight's very nice. Looks like it'll be right exactly where we wanted the rock. Good sweeping by the vice in the second. Don't always say that.
So great to see so many people across the country and around the world watching the game and getting involved in the chat line. Thanks so much for your comments. A lot of comments about how great these teams are and how they're appreciating that this is a great event. Loving the live streaming and the quality. I love the line about looks like bigger crowds than a Grand Slam, and to be honest, it probably is. And so we'll take great pride in that and keep building on that as the years go by.
That's a good draw. Look, initial shot call from Matt is to run that high green one into the other green one. And I think that's what he's going to play. There is definitely a possibility of getting rid of at least 2 of the green ones. Nope. So do you think Reid's going to throw another guard out there? No? I think so. Looks like he wants a very high guard. Either that or he just likes the house clean.
No, well, maybe both, but I think that's the best case scenario right now is protect that green guard that's in front of the rings. Keep that as high as you can get it. Again, thanks for the great comments on the chat line, folks. Love it. If you're in the Sault area, come out and see us. If not this year, come next year. Love to have you.
Now he's got the center guard again. So he's going to, I think Matt's calling the, he's going to try it again. Could be just a straight peel, or he could be trying to drive it back into that green one again.
That's big ask, I think. Just get rid of that top one, I think, is what they're hoping for here.
And it's gone. Well, Reid's asking Brad to throw that high guard again. This isn't a shot you play very often when you're trying to throw it just over the hog line. So it's a difficult shot.
I do it all the time.
On purpose?
No, that's all I got. I mean, looking at this right now, they continue to go with this pattern. Looks like maybe Reid's last rock might bump his own to the 4 foot, right? The one that's in the top 4.
Correct.
And then that would leave Matt kind of the same thing with his own. But we'll see. He's looking at doing something different here.
And that's definitely a high guard. They just barely got it over the hog line. So.
Yeah, that's what was called, though.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's coming down to have a look-see. Matt keeps motioning, running that yellow one into the green one.
So what that does, if he runs the yellow into the green and even ran it into his own, right? He would have one full 8 foot buried, two guards out front. So it would still leave openings for an out-turn draw and an in-turn draw.
Turn draw, correct.
Where if they just peel, they will always have that. So, but he's going to try to leave it there. And so pretty thin. That way it takes that bump away at the end, right?
Yep.
So they're thinking, let's plunk that one right there and take that side of the ice away. So if he makes this, then it kind of takes both sides away, and I guess then they probably have to play the out turn and freeze in there.
Probably.
They'd only have 3 rocks, so.
It's definitely throwing a little bit of weight at this.
Oh no, this
doesn't have a lot of ice.
This is peel. That's firm anyway.
Yeah.
That's
it isn't the high hard one, but it's moving.
Okay, so.
Got a yellow buried. Not that they would play this, but it would be interesting if they hit that one that's out at the hog line. It would actually be straddling the hog line. Don't see that very often in competitive curling. I don't think they're going to do that. Obviously.
No, and you know he tapped behind the rock first to bury it, and then he tapped as a sort of a plan B on the top. I'm not sure that's going to help them.
It'll be third shot.
Yeah, with 2 to go. Not sure that's going to help them. I think the shot is come around, get one there, and guard like crazy if they can. In turn, draw.
To the back 4 foot.
Yeah. Just keeping it
really staying out. Yeah, it's staying out there.
No, it will finish though. Now they're making a curl a bit. There it goes. Great shot.
Very nice.
Half
You can see
buried.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
going to guess that that's their shot for the next 2 shots.
I would think so.
Try to make it better every time. Unless they get a miss.
See about half a rock here. Skinny half.
Fans are
Just trying-
loving it here.
Yeah. Just trying to make it go away. It's got a piece. Has a piece. Well, they know what the ice is. They know where to put the broom. Should be interesting. Did you move that in just a hair?
I guess
I don't
the
think so, eh?
best case scenario for Team Carruthers is make this a little better than the last one.
For sure. I think the way it curls, I think you can get it fully buried. It'll be behind the tee line. But,
Definitely had a little bit of a template from the first one, and keep building on that. I will say, if they do ever get one tucked in there, doing that out turn draw to the button, if it's not available, would be dicey, right? On that side of the sheet where the fans are. Lots of room here.
This one looks like it's got a lot of weight. Isn't breaking. A little heavy.
He's got to stay shot.
Just a little heavy. And 3 feet less weight on that one. So let's see what Matt's thinking about here. We're looking at which side do we draw to. I would agree with you that probably the in-turn draw is not as dicey as the out-turn draw. The out-turn, are you going to get it there?
So for Team Dunstone, I think this is the right call. The reason I say this is that out-turn draw has been a little inconsistent.
It's definitely the way I would play it.
Taking away, I think, Carruthers' best chance here. We'll see what happens.
This is definitely the right call, I think, coming out. It seems to be a little better part of the sheet here. He doesn't want to be deep, though. There's enough room there. If Matt gets to the Carruthers rock,
yeah,
that'll be really dicey.
So in turn, definitely wide.
Yeah.
I'm right behind the sheet here. Definitely out there.
Yeah, got a real positive release into it.
It was definitely out there. So they probably don't want to bring this deep because that would give them an in-off to get behind. So, but they did take the draw away.
Yeah.
And have left the out-turn draw for Dunstone.
That's all there is. I don't think there's anything else.
Just wondering if they could have brought that another 4 inches because that way, if Dunstone did get on the top 4, it would take the jam away. I don't know. They don't like that out turn. Don't blame them.
I don't know what they're looking at. I don't know what Reid's looking at here on the intern side.
Well, if you could ever nose it,
You'd have to almost get past the you'd almost have to get the inside of the rock.
the other thing is they could play off that left-hand one and roll it to there, that Brad is saying. They've got to try it.
Yeah, there is space there that you could get past the nose of that yellow one.
Okay.
There is a little bit of space
If they ever made that, and force them to go that out turn side, it does make it tough. Yeah, they're going to try it.
The only other thing
I
I
don't
can think.
question this at all. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Most
Got a little bit of daylight there.
Going, why don't they play that out turn draw, right? But just watching the sheet the last hour or so, that side of the sheet is not as consistent as it has been all week.
Doesn't have a lot of daylight there, but he's got a little bit. It's got to get to just a hair on the inside. It's got to get to the low side of the rock.
Win or lose, I have a sneaking suspicion that these two teams might be in the final at the end. Certainly capable. That's not good.
Not going to make it.
No.
No.
Way too much. Okay.
So Team Dunstone defeats Team Carruthers 5-4, and that's it for us tonight. We'll have someone else who's commentating later. Goodbye. Have a good evening.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.